I'm sure that many students will get this question wrong. Now let's do it together. At STP, how many liters of hydrogen can be obtained from the reaction of 500 centimeter cube of 0.5 molar H2SO4 with excess zinc metal? I know the question is kind of long, but that doesn't mean that it is difficult also. It is the very simplest question. And now let's try and get the information the question is passing to us. Now at STP, how many liters? That's volume, right? So what volume of hydrogen will be produced? That's the question. When we react 500 cm cube of H2SO4, that means the volume of H2SO4, the volume is 500 cm cube. And also we have the molarity, which is our concentration at 0.5 molar. Now the next thing is to write the equation of the reaction. We are reacting H2SO4 with zinc, so that will replace hydrogen out. So ZnSO4 plus H2. So the equation is balanced now. Let's check the relationship between H2SO4 and hydrogen produced. So people will be like, they don't know the relationship they are supposed to write. If you are given this type of question, for you to know the relationship you have to focus on, that depends on the question you were asked. I mean, the atom or the compound you were asked question on and the information that was given. If you see this place now, we are asked for hydrogen and the information of H2SO4 is given instead of zinc. So assuming it is zinc that we are given the information, so that will be hydrogen and zinc. But here, that is hydrogen and H2SO4. So 1 mole of H2SO4 produce 1 mole of hydrogen. So that means they are in 1:1 or ratio 1:1. Do you get that? So now, the next thing is to get the mole. You know, this one is the molecularity of the reaction, but we have to know the exact mole that we use during the reaction from the information given here. And if you see here, we are given volume and concentration, and you are looking for mole. That should quickly tell you that the formula you are using is mole, which is mole equals to concentration times volume. Do you get that? So that will be concentration times volume. So that is 0.5 molar times our volume. Sorry, this is multiplication by our volume. Volume is 500. But remember, all these are in dm cube. So for our calculation to be easier, let's just change this also to dm cube. So that will be divided by 1000. So the answer here will give us, so that will be 0.5 times 0.5, 0.25 mole. So that means that 1 mole, sorry, 0.25 mole of H2SO4 gives, since they are ratio 1:1, that means they will have the same mole. So that will be 0.25 mole. Now, since we already have the mole of hydrogen produced, we cannot relate from the mole to get our volume. Since it is volume they ask for, we have a formula that says mole equals to volume over molar volume, right? Molar volume. Do you still remember this? So we cannot make volume the subject of the formula, and that's going to make us, sorry, I'm trying to manage the space. So that's going to give us volume equals to mole times molar volume. And our mole is 0.25 times molar volume. What is molar volume? That's 22.4 dm cube, right? So 0.25 times 22.4 dm cube. That's going to give us 5.6 dm cube, which says that the answer is option D.